Welcome to Comic Book Fanatics. Shout out to my boy Ray and to my boy Jess. Even though you don't like me, Jess, I still love you like a brother. Anyway, so I thought I'd decide to make a little video with some of my signed comics. Alright, and of course, I'll try to make this quick as possible so it doesn't take up too much time and too much space. And I'll probably have to break this up in a few sort of clips or so. Little note, these aren't all my comics that are signed. These are just a few of them that I kind of want to post up. So, if you like it, subscribe and click like and keep coming back for updates. You know, if there's anything else that you want to see, by all means, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to try to comply and see what I can do. And probably later on in the future, I'll do a little bit more of my prints that I've gotten signed, maybe some of my statues that I've got in my, what I call my geek room, nerd room, Fortress of Solitude, what have you. And stay there for updates or so, because I'm always going to these conventions, and I have a really good time there. Recognize a lot of good name artists as well as celebrities, and I meet really good like-minded people. And it's always good to see them, hang out towards after the convention and so, have a few drinks and just BS. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, here we go. Got the first one right here. Done by, actually commissioned by Ken Lashley for me. Really great job. I love this one. And I think I'm going to probably get this one slabbed up and don't care too much for the grade. I just want to get it protected and so. And so had him do a Wonder Woman for me on this Justice League cover, blank cover. This one only ran me $80. I can't imagine if I gave him more money how more detailed it would be, but absolutely, absolutely loved it. So let me know what you think. Okay, next one. Signed by Nia Rufino. I believe that's how you say her name. I love her work. She's absolutely does wonderful work, and she does a lot of coloring for J. Scott Campbell as well as other people as well. But I got to meet her at a few conventions or so, and I absolutely love her work, by the way. And this one is just more of a different variation of it, a different color, more of a whiter one. Love it, absolutely gorgeous. Alright, next one, signed by Greg Horn, Elektra #1. I believe this is the third in the series. I'm sorry, yeah, I think it's the third in the series. But I have got a crap ton of comics signed by him. You're just only going to see a few. And there are a few actually I got sent in to get slabbed as well. But really good guy, really good guy. He'll sit there and he'll talk to you. He remembers me from a lot of convention. I swear, Greg, if you're seeing this too, I'm not stalking you, brother, alright? Just love your art, okay? Elektra #1, Red Sonja, Devil with the She Sword #8, signed by Greg Horn. Man, do I love some Red Sonja. Anything Red Sonja or Vampirella, I love, okay? Moving on. Wonderland #1. Cover B, signed by Greg Horn. I actually have this print as well, in a larger size. Beautiful. Okay, moving on. Vampirella #1 by Dynamite. This is actually signed J. Scott Campbell. Beautiful work here. Okay, this one, another variant of Vampirella. This one's actually signed by J. Scott Campbell and Nia Rufino. Okay, she was the colorist on that one. Another gorgeous cover. My apologies if there's some glare into this. Once again, I'm not sure if this is coming out okay. Maybe I should move up just a little bit more, and hopefully this will help. Okay, how's that? Is that better? Okay, moving on. Another J. Scott Campbell work. Marvel Divas, 1 of 4. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, another J. Scott Campbell. Justice League of America, #0. Love his work, love his work. Alright, moving on. Another J. Scott Campbell, Gen 13. One of his earlier ones. Got this signed at Dallas Fan Day back in last year, 2014. Got this one and his variant #1 signed as well, and I have that actually hanging up in the other room. And I think I have like a few signed copies of different comics, like Stanley signatures, a few different J. Scott Campbell, a few different comics actually hanging up in the room, and I'll eventually get sent in to either maybe CGC or CBCS to get slabbed. Just want to keep them protected, you know. I'm not so worried about the grades, as long as they kind of stay in good condition. Another J. Scott Campbell, Spider-Man Saga. I believe this was just a one-shot here. Another one of my favorite artists right here, okay. Goes by the name of Ebass. His actual name is Eric Basaldua. I think that's how you pronounced it. My apologies if I jacked that all up. He is another one of my favorite artists right here. Love his stuff. He's known for doing some risque type of drawings and artwork, which is okay by me. You know, he does a lot of pretty women, and you know, it's good eye candy, right? Good eye candy. Okay, moving on. Another one done by him. This is the Justice League, and I absolutely love how he did the Justice League on here. His Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, Cyborg. It looks like Aquaman in the back there. So absolutely love this work. Okay, moving on. Another one of my favorite artists, Good People's right here. See him at the conventions all the time. Always happy enough to sign. So if you see him in the conventions, he's always selling his books too that have all his artwork. Really great work. Really great work. Jamie Tyndall is his name, and he's always has a booth out there. Amazing stuff. So shout out to him. Once again, Good People's. Another one done by him right there. Look, absolutely, he's well known for doing some very sexy and beautiful women, just kind of like Ebass does. And he does really great work. All right, moving on. Another good artist right here, Chris Einott, I believe is how you say his last name. Once again, my apologies, brothers, if I kind of mispronounce your last names or so. A lot of people do that to me too, so I guess it's kind of my way of getting them back. I don't know. Chris Einott, once again, he does a lot of Wonderland, Grimm Fairy Tales type of work. Really good artist. I actually have this in a larger print as well, signed by him. Another one, another Zenoscope one, Grimm Fairy Tales, Robin Hood Legend, signed by Chris Einott again. If I'm going too fast, by all means, leave me a comment down if you want to look at the covers a little bit more. Oh, hell, if you want me to hurry the hell up, just let me know, okay? But I figured I'd you know, take a little time and talk a little bit about it. I kind of get a little long-winded at times, you know. Being at home alone a lot, you know, I don't have a lot of company except my little kitties, and that's what I have a tendency to do, is talk to them. This one, moving on. Paolo Pantalina, I believe his name is. He does a lot of Grimm Fairy Tale artwork as well. Really great. This is one of them signed by him. I think I have a few more in the other boxes or so, but just wanted to show this one. I love his artwork as well. I think I got this one signed at one of the conventions. Okay, here we go. So, story about these ones right here. Harlequin, I think I have one of them actually sent in to get slabbed as well. This one's signed by Amanda Connor, and then Jimmy Palmiotti, I believe is how you said his name, and Chad Hardin. Okay, so last year I actually got it signed by Amanda Connor and Jimmy, and this year totally forgot that Chad Hardin, I needed his signature, so went back this year, so a year later I wound up getting Chad Hardin's signature on this as well. So I got all three of them. Amanda Connor, That's Jimmy, and that's Chad. A little small one right there if you can't see that. Yeah. Okay. Once again, another one by Harlequin #1, Amanda Conner, Jimmy, and Chad Hardin. Notice I didn't say Jimmy's last name. I don't want to screw it up one more time. Alright, Harlequin 0. Okay, Amanda Conner and Jimmy, and Chad Hardin again. And a lot of these things I'll probably get sent in to get slabbed, just so I can protect them and you know, try to keep them in near mint condition as I can. And not to mention having the signature on them, you know, going around. And if you go to these conventions or so, you know, you see some of your some of the people, some of the inkers, some of the artists, some of the cover artists, colorists, or whatever, and you have any comics that are that want to get signed by them, you know, so you take the time to walk around, stand in line, and you get their signatures on them. And I know some people go off and they'll get some people to verify them, like CBCS would do some verifications, or CGC would do some verifications. That way they'll get a signature series when they actually send it in to get slabbed. But you know, I can't imagine how much money I would spend if I got every single comic sent in to get slabbed. So what I do is just I'll get them signatures, and there's certain, if there's certain ones, if there's certain covers that I really like, then I'll send that one in to get slabbed, you know. So I'm not spending an arm and a leg, because everybody who does this knows that this is an expensive hobby. And unless you're a millionaire which can afford all this stuff, which I'm not, then you know you got to do what you can within your budget, okay? And that's just like the commission you saw on the first one, the Ken Lashley one. You know, $80. I mean, great work for $80. I mean, and that was my commission. That was what I can afford at the time, you know, without sacrificing other things that I wanted to get at the conventions as well. So, you know, you kind of got to budget your money out, and you kind of got to have a game plan when you go to these things and know what you want to do. And some artists will sign for free, where some artists, you know, they'll charge you either $1 or $5 or $10, depending who they are, for their signatures. Okay, next one, Marvel Zombies #1. I believe this is a reprint in either in the second or third series, so it's not the first one. And signed by Arthur Sudam, I believe that's how you say his name. But I got a few of them, and like I said, this is definitely not the first one at all, because if it was, it probably would have cost me a lot more. If you notice, this is almost similar to the Spider-Man 252 black suit costume. So that's very similar to that, but you know, I kind of like the cover, and just definitely had to get that. Actually, well, I got 2 copies of those. Moving on, Marvel Zombie 2 of 5. Once again, still signed by Arthur Sudam. All right, here's another one, 1 of 5, and this might have been you know, well, no, it's actually Marvel Zombies 2. 1 of 5. Okay. Alright, moving on. Lobo, 1 of 4. Signed. This is by Simon Bisley. Okay, absolutely love his work. As a matter of fact, I got a few of his heavy metal covers as well, signed by him as well. These are just the comics. But met the guy, really good stuff. Right here, Lobo Christmas Special, signed by Simon Bisley, and Lobo's Back #1, signed by Bisley. #2, #3, and a graphic novel signed by him. Well, so this is going to be my first one. This is already coming on 15 minutes here, and I probably talked long enough. But once again, I have a few more stacks that I'll probably make a video of and put up on here, and we'll see how that goes and how many viewers I get. And I like these videos. I've seen a lot of other videos on YouTube, and it's some really, really helpful hints from people who collect key issues or certain comics, and you know, they kind of they do a little bit of their researches, and some of these key issues have gone up in some price, and a lot of them have definitely you know, made it up there, whether it be key issues or just the price alone. I mean, so I learned a lot from a lot of these other people that are on YouTube, so I kind of wanted to do the same and just throw these out there. Everyone has their own means, their own ways of collecting, you know, and I am not the type of person who's going to go out there and say, well, you paid too much money for this, or this is a crappy issue, or whatever. No. You know, everybody has their love for specific things, and you know, I just kind of want to show mine as well, and you know, kind of maybe help somebody out if they had any questions, or if they wanted to start out somehow. Or I do a lot of these conventions, you know, and I go and I meet a lot of new people. I get a lot of comic book signed. I go around and I find some great issues and close in some gaps on certain runs that I have, you know. So if I can help anybody out, by all means, ask a question. And if you like my videos, or if you don't like my videos, you can just screw off. No, just kidding. If you like my videos, definitely subscribe to them. And